outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass.
Makes you want to rock from side to side.
That I am.
And Ben Platt stars as the title character in the original new musical, Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah, and he's earning rave reviews for his portrayal of a teen who exploits a family's grief to bolster his own popularity. And Ben is here with us live. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back.
It's
good to see you.
have. Yeah, we were doing this. As
I
we
know,
were,
right?
I'm happy,
and
I'm happy the music moved you.
Yeah, and congrats because you're getting such a great response from this. Not only
thank
the
you.
show, but your performance as well.
Thank you very much.
You already got 6 Outer Critic Circle nominations.
Yes, we did indeed.
And a Drama League
Congratulations.
Award nomination.
Thank you very much.
And you've been involved with this since the beginning, though. So tell us a little bit about the show.
It's been about 2 years now that we've been developing it. The writers have been developing it for longer than that, I think 5 or 6 years. And it's a brand new musical, not based on anything, a brand new original story about a kid who's very lonely, high school senior, very isolated kid, has a lot of social anxieties. And he finds himself in a situation where he's created this fake friendship with a kid in his class who has passed away.
Yeah.
And he helps the family of this kid sort of heal in a way that they otherwise wouldn't, and at the same time the family kind of gives Evan a place to belong that he never has, but it's all sort of predicated on this lie. And
So how do you make him, sympathetic?
it's tricky. I think it's really helpful that it's a musical, because in a musical, when you get to hear a character sing, you get to really kind of know them in a way that you don't otherwise know them, and sort of see their soul a little bit. And so I think it's all about just making sure that you really understand why Evan is doing what he's doing at every sort of juncture, and the audience really needs to be in his head to stay on his side.
And
because he does ambiguously moral things.
Yeah. Well, what an impressive creative team behind this. The creators of A Christmas Story, director of Rent and Next to Normal. I mean, and how did you actually come to be a part of this?
So Ben Pasek and Justin Paul, who wrote the music, also wrote a musical called Dogfight, which I auditioned for when I was about 17 or 18, and I didn't get the role. I was too young at the time, but then they reached out to me on social media. Benj did actually, and just said, that was a great audition, and it was great to meet you, and hopefully we can work together in the future. And then a couple months later, I heard that they were developing another project, and they said to me, we think we have a role that's right for you. Why don't you come in and do the first reading? And so I came and sat down and did the first table read, and the character and I just really kind of clicked.
You made quite the impression.
It seems to be that way.
Yeah,
it was just a really nice sort of synergy moment.
Yeah, so you were waiting for the right project.
Exactly.
But you've been on theater stages basically your entire life. I think the last time you were here, we were talking about your Broadway debut for Book of Mormon.
Yes, indeed.
But this is the first, and you've done so many plays, but this is the first time you're originating a role.
Yes,
so
it is.
Is that harder as an actor, more gratifying, challenging?
I think it's all of the above. It's definitely just incredibly exciting and juicy because there's no sort of preconceived box to fit into, and everything that you want to endow the character with is free reign, and all the little sort of physical tics that Evan has are things that I've sort of brought to the role over time, and the writer and I have just kind of become sort of...
You work together.
Exactly. We sort of create this person together in our minds, and that's something I've always wanted to be able to do.
Well,
really
congrats that you're getting this opportunity.
Can you tell us more about the Von Platt singers?
Oh, well, yes.
Your musical family. I mean, your father's working. He's the theater producer behind Wicked, and now you have an older brother that's actually starring in Wicked.
Jonah plays Fiyero, right now.
How excited are you for him?
It's really fantastic.
Is that his Broadway debut?
It is his Broadway debut, indeed. He is very multi-talented.
Well,
the baby brother.
Exactly. He's a comedian and a writer, and he's writing actually a new musical as well, and he's also an actor, and so this is kind of his first foray into musical theater acting on Broadway, and so it's really wonderful to have. My whole family's on the West Coast in LA, so it's nice to have an East Coast ally.
We need an album from the Von Platts.
That's what I've always said. We used to do like numbers at bar mitzvahs and weddings and things. We always would do a sort of rewritten musical theater number to be about whoever the simcha was for. So
you were that family.
No, we were.
Wait, but you've had a lot of great people come to visit you too. Adina Menzel came, Skylar Astin came.
It was very special.
All right, well, for tickets and more info about Dear Evan Hansen, head to dearevanhansen.com. Ben, thank you.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back.